Hello, good morning, sir. My name is Divyanshu Vijay, and I am from collegedunia.com. Very warm welcome to you on our interview series, which is called Thoughts on Education, where we interviewed various dignitaries such as honors, directors, deputy director, faculties of various universities and colleges. So, before starting the interview, I would like to request you to kindly give a brief introduction of yourself. Then we will proceed the interview.
Uh, Hi, good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Dr. Sachin Lele. I'm the Deputy Director for Business Administration Program at MIMA Institute of Management, Pune. About my brief profile, I'm a commerce graduate from Mumbai University. I completed my management education from KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, Mumbai. I have completed my PhD in consumer behavior from Dr. D.Y. Patil University, Pune. I have more than 17-18 years of experience in research, teaching, consulting, and placements. I have previously worked with organizations like International School of Business and Media, Pune and Bangalore as a head placements and academic chairperson.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The great personality you are. Thank you so much. So, sir, shall we start the interview with the questions?
Yeah. Yes, please.
So, my first question is, according to you, what makes the education industry the best industry to work in?
My relationship with the education industry is long-standing because both of my parents are retired teachers. So obviously, education is in my blood. I was introduced by my mother to education industry per se or education profession, as we call it. After completing my MBA from KJ Somaiya and working in the industry for a period of time, brief stint, I felt that education is a kind of thing, or management education particularly, is attractive to me because of 2-3 reasons. A, the kind of job opportunities that you create for a young management talent. Then second, your ability to influence people's mind and getting the best out of them. And the third, whenever you shape up a career, whenever your student takes up a good assignment in the corporate world, over a period of time they do well, and when they come back to us, they have a sense of gratitude. So that's where we feel we can make a change in people's life, or we can have a positive impact on people's life. So this is the thing which led me towards management education.
So, sir, my next question is, what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Philosophy of leadership is very simple. Leader is a one who do not work alone, but work as a team. If you look at all great organizations like Toyota, GE, Apple, or Samsung for that matter, their crux or the success story lies in the way they have developed leadership talent over a period of time. So it's not for 5 years, 10 years, but for 100 years to come. So role of leadership is to develop competency of people, train them in such a way so that they would be able to, get your position, and they would be able to get the higher returns or get better performance as compared to others. So leadership quality, the most important leadership quality that we talk about is developing a talent which can handle multiple priorities, multiple situations. The most importantly, the emotional connect with the people and managing different challenging emotional situations. Because ultimately, management or business is dealing with human feelings. So when you understand human feelings better, and when you work towards getting the best out of a person with a touch of empathy and a touch of support and a lifelong learning, then you can develop good leaders and good leadership talent.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, how would you rate this year placement season as compared to previous years in general?
So if you look at this year's placement season, especially on the backdrop of pandemic which happened and which devastated the world in 2019-20, and especially to some part of 21, We have seen a lot of recovery as far as the demand for fresh talent from the corporate world. So when it comes to the matured recruiters, especially sectors which are much matured in terms of age cycle, we have seen a good demand coming from their side also, especially BFSI, then your consumer durables. At the same time, a different wave of digitalization, which India is witnessing through, it has resulted into great demand for talent, especially fresh talent from startup culture. So India now, what we boast about, India becoming one of the fastest to have a lot of unicorns. Those unicorns are resulting into better placement opportunities and job opportunities for people. If you look at globally, the kind of impact pandemic had on global economy, India is largely insulated from it. Obviously, there are some impacts of it, but what we can see is Indian economy, especially the domestic market, is doing fabulously well, which is creating a lot of job opportunities for people. We have seen an increase in average compensation as compared to last year. At the same time, the number of vacancies offered by various corporates, MNCs, and Indian business houses is on upturn.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Great initiative you are taking right now for the students and for their career growth. So, sir, my next question is: what are the some plans that you are currently designing for MITCON, and for its student in terms of placement and industry collaboration?
If you look at our history since inception in 2006, we our focus is very clear that we want to develop leadership talent that can take decisions in uncertain times. Our founder and the existing director, Dr. Pradeep Bavdekar, he himself is a veteran from a consulting industry. He is ex-MD of MITCON Consulting, which has done a lot of projects related with consulting and has delivered so many solutions to different industries. Now, coming from that background, our focus is very clear that our talent or the budding manager that we talk about, or for that matter, any student coming out of MITCON, has to have a leadership quality which is empathy based, which is value based, and the student must be able to deliver solutions to the complex situations in the corporate world. Now, how can you do that? Just a theoretical knowledge won't be sufficient. We need to have a strong theoretical framework coupled with simulations and industry connect, which can provide students an opportunity to showcase their talent in different business environments. So, as far as MITCON is concerned, or MITCON Institute of Management is concerned, we have a lot of emphasis on summer internship program, where students would be working on live projects that has got meaningful business impact, which can be measurable. Then most importantly, we lay a lot of emphasis on how much you deliver as a business value through your summer internship program. So these are some of the initiatives. Along with it, we are also starting with a concept called as real life managers. So as a student management, your purview of management or leadership shouldn't be only limited to corporate world. There are so many people who are doing a fabulous job in social life, in various spheres of the life, where you can take some kind of inspiration. So we are designing a series which is called as Real Life Managers, where our focus would be to invite people who are from social background, who are from medical fraternity, who are from various spheres of the life, especially administration services, where the leaders from that industry or those sectors would be delivering sessions to the students, talking to them about what do you mean by managing a particular situation.
Great, sir. Great initiative, sir. So my next question is: what were the some major trends, if any, you witnessed with the respect to the company's recruiting?
If you look at trend, there are some trends which would continue. When it comes to recruitment, any corporate organization would like to assess students on important two, three skills or competencies. When it comes to skills, your domain knowledge is very important. Your domain specific specialization knowledge is very important. So if you're talking about marketing, finance, HR, operations, you must be thorough with the contemporary knowledge and frameworks. But at the same time, there are some competencies which you need to develop. So when it comes to recruitment, invariably all the recruiters would like to judge a student based on a taking ownership of the task. So if a particular task is given to you, are you going behind the task and you won't stop till the work is finished? Then second thing is assertion. There is a slight difference between assertion and aggression. So companies do require people who are very assertive, people who are team player, because your ability to gel down with different teams and to get the best out of your team members is very very important for your success. So these are some of the trends. At the same time, the most important factor that nowadays people are looking for is data literacy, because every business is going through business transformation. The transformation might be in digital form, transformation might be in terms of reducing the cost or improving the process. So in all those spheres of the life, it is very important for the student to know the knowledge about digitalization process. So these are some of the interesting trends people are observing nowadays as far as placements are concerned.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, what do you think should be the MITCON Institute of Management top priority over the next 3 years in terms of placement?
See, placement is an outcome, ultimate outcome of what you do as a process. If you look at the core structure of any academic program, any great academic program in India or abroad, the focus has to be on a good quality teaching, the teaching rigor that we say, the research oriented frameworks and culture. So that brings a very much needed sanctity amongst the students as far as hard work and as far as quality of education is concerned. Once a student gets good quality education, he or she is forced to think in a different way, which is logical and which is leading to a particular value based education. This value based education gives them an opportunity or great opportunities to work with various organizations. So basically, concentrating more on academic rigor, the academics processes per se, and introducing courses which are very very contemporary in nature is my top priority as far as MITCON Institute is concerned. So if you look at current trend is towards digitalization, trend is towards tech-enabled businesses, trend is towards finance and fintech. So these are some of the areas, AI, machine learning, various tools, and plus various new kind of languages which are used like Python, SQL, R programming. So these are the skill sets where our student must be equipped with. So our endeavor is to impart knowledge which can give them or provide them with an opportunity to work in different verticals and to get a meaningful job, and job which are oriented for next gen, for next 10, 20, 25, 30 years.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My next question is, how do you tend to build an industry connect with the institutes and the students?
Again, if you look at our history, our what we say, the people who started this organization are from these are veterans from consulting industry. We have done a lot of CSR initiatives. We have done a lot of consulting projects with different organizations from different verticals. So our students are an integral part of this value delivery. So continuing it, there are 3-4 elements as far as your corporate connect is concerned. We are strategically located in Pune, where we are surrounded by various multinational organizations. So we get a lot of people who come regularly and visit the campus to talk to students and to deliver or impart some knowledge or typical skill sets in form of workshops. So we have a long-term connect for this. Then second is a structured leadership program where CEOs, CTOs, CHROs, that is your HR heads of different organizations or senior business leaders comes to our campus and talk to students, deliver some sessions or give them insights on what do you mean by leadership? How do you manage performance of an organization? How do you create competencies in terms of various specializations? And at the end of the day, how do you manage people around you? So these are some of the initiatives that we take. We have, as I have already discussed, we have a structured summer internship program where students would be working on real life problem and not only on theoretical basis. And there are some short-term projects where our students help corporates in solving important, or discovering some important phenomena related with market research or financial understanding or solving complex problems related with supply chain and operations. So these are some of the ways by which we try to align ourselves to the industry requirements.
My next question is there any advice you would like to offer for the next batch of the students gearing up for the placements?
If you look at my next batch, this next batch is basically Gen Z, where typically students who are born after 2000, and you might be knowing it from 2005, India witnessed a great digital wave, which is still continuing. We are talking about some 130 crore, mobile numbers or cellular population right now. So this generation is largely, is being born and raised in a digital era. So now this has got a challenge and this has got an opportunity also. So when students come to our campus, before coming to campus, I would advise them to be tech savvy, not limit themselves only to social media, but to do a lot of courses. There are so many online platform courses available today which can enhance your knowledge, which can enhance your capability. Then you need to work on your communication skills. Because ultimately, when you work with great organizations, those great organizations do expect people to have clarity in terms of oral, written communication. So before coming to MITCON, I advise all my students to be clear and improve on communication skills. Various skill-based program, say for example, Microsoft Excel. Now, Microsoft Excel and Excel knowledge, advanced Excel knowledge, has become a very very important thing to get a job in today's market scenario. So I expect the students to work on these skills and come prepared to have a meaningful career at MITCON Institute.
Great, sir. Great. Thank you so much. My next question is any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
See, if you look at India, a couple of months back, India became the fifth largest economy in the world. And we are trying to get into the top four league by say 2-3 years of time. If you look at the impact of COVID, what was there on the global economy is not growing more than 0.5% or 1%. On the backdrop of it, India has witnessed, more than 6 to 7% of GDP growth. So these are the great signs. India is an economy which is a huge population of around 130 crore. More than a burden, I would say it's an opportunity for marketing students, supply chain operations students, human resources students, as well as finance students. So India is offering you great opportunities in terms of various spheres of the life. So be prepared, be confident, get necessary skills to do well in the life, and most importantly, develop those competencies which can help you to get a meaningful job and a great career progression over a period of 10 to 15 years. As a part of MITCON Institute of Management, I would be more than happy to help you in any way which can help you to get a meaningful job and a meaningful career ahead. All the best.
So it's a great advice for the students and for their upcoming career. Thank you so much for your time. It was a great interaction with you and it was a great interview. Thank you so much for your timing.
My pleasure. All the best.